And it's going on. I can see Tapping Merchant is in there talking about it. And then Onesimus continuing. Don't get me wrong, Saliba may not have achieved anything, but you can see there's something great in him. It's just a matter of time. Like if you watched Thierry Henry at Monaco, you could tell there was something which eventually there was. Yes, we all... Look, Henry at Monaco won the World Cup. So obviously, there was something good about him. He scored 3 goals at the World Cup. As I think, was he a teenager? I think he was.
Yeah, he's a teenager.
So of course you could say that. What we are stopping you from doing is sitting here and saying, you know what, Saliba is Cannavaro.
Yeah.
Take it easy. In fact, let me give you a better target. I want Saliba to be as good as Sol Campbell. That's all I want. For a start. Let's just keep him with the Arsenal levels. I want him to be as good as Sol Campbell. And eventually I want him to be good as Mr. Arsenal. You know who Mr. Arsenal is?
Tony Adams.
Thank you. I hope that let's just start there.
Yeah.
Let's just start there. It's the same argument I have with Van Dijk. Everyone, no. It's just easy. Just go easy. So that's just the way I see it. Brand says Brighton have now cooked United with Potter, Dizabi, and a 31-year-old from St. Pauli. That 31-year-old makes me feel so old, by the way. So old. I just can't quite believe that he's that young and he's doing that well. And he doesn't have the... You know, there people jump around. Like when the goal was scored yesterday, he was just seated. It's almost like he noticed the eyes. He makes me feel very old. Like when he was born, I was already... anyway.
And something interesting about Brighton as well. Even after Potter, after Dizabi, again with the new manager as well, the style of play, how they play, it's just consistent. How they play, the young... And they keep on churning in new talent. Ni kama tu wako kwa pipeline. They bring in new talent. Even yesterday I was asking guys, even this new coach, how many of you even knew about him?
No, we saw him last season he was famous in the Bundesliga. He was doing things.
Yeah.
But for them to decide, okay,
It's
come
him.
fit into because they have a structure.
Yes.
Everyone fits into the structure.
Yeah.
So the scouting team, the whole team, they have a proper business plan that they work with, that they work towards, and they are very clear about what they want with it.
And that's the thing, structure. So anyone who comes in, you're tailor-made for the structure. You're not out of place.
Yeah.
You're similar to the people who are there, the players who are there that are of a certain profile. The coach who comes can play with the players who are in the squad. So it doesn't make it difficult for you. Even in the transfer window, you know what sort of player who's going to be brought and walk into the club.
Yeah, because even when they do substitution, it's just like for like.
It's not too different.
Nothing changes, exactly. It's just like for like.
It's just figuring out a system and sticking with it.
Yeah.
This is what we do, this is how we do it, and this is why it happens. Augustine says, Ten Hag is not United level. You judge a coach by the player he signs. Even with everyone fit, United will still struggle. Zagzi, Hoyland, Vaghorst, no serious coach would sign those type of strikers to win the EPL. I am with you 100%. I argued against Hoyland. I said it makes no sense. The monies make no sense based on what he has done before, what he did last season. Zagzi was slightly cheaper, so maybe you can get it. I think he has a bit more character.
Yeah.
Zagzi, I think he just looks more with it. Like he fits easier, but it's still early doors. It's been 2 games we've watched him. He hasn't started a game yet. Tapping Merchant says VVD is behind this list. Rio, Vidic, Company, Terry Cavallo. Let's not go into this conversation because this conversation
kindly
we will fight with Starboy. Because when we had this list, we drew this list a few months ago. And I had VVD na uko chini and Starboy wasn't best pleased. Then the other day he shared a video of the Upstam and I said, listen, it's no surprise that the best the Upstam has ever done is coach.
No.
If that is the way
disregard a top world-class defender's opinion.
He can be a top world-class defender, but we also must be able to choose between him playing and him being an analyst. I think they are slightly different. And when someone sits there and tells us Nesta or Van Dijk and he says Van Dijk, we start to know you are messing with our brains. Okay? We know. We have watched it. We may not have played it, but we have watched it.
Yeah.
We are able to watch like this and go like, and I said this somewhere last night. I said, everyone raves about Odegaard. But Odegaard wouldn't get into the Invincibles team. He would be at best an impact player. He would be at best an impact.
I can't argue that.
And I said, guys, everyone raves about him, but Cesc was head and shoulders above him.
Yes, can't argue that.
Okay, so a part of it is you have to look at it and go like, so I listened to that thing, Starboy shared it in our group. I said, Starboy, no, and I do not mind. And look, Van Dijk is really special, but there is no way I'm placing him even next to Rio. There's no way.
I am.
There's no way.
I am.
In
fact, even ahead. I am.
Actually, and let me say, and Rio is, I'm going too far. Let me bring it back. There is no way I'm placing him next to Sol Campbell. Sorry. No.
I am.
No.
You would.
I am.
No. I am not placing him next to Sol. No, guys. No.
This one I am.
I am not. I no.
But this one
The only reason, and I think the only reason why it's because he was in a generation when we went through a dearth of top class defenders. Like he's been in a period where Company and everyone was old, and then he was right in the middle there, just before this new generation is coming. I think that is where I see it. That's the only reason. So I agree, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
But there's no way I'm placing him above Sol Campbell. There's no way I'm placing him above Rio. There is no way I'm placing him above John Terry. How? No.
For
no.
JT,
The only good thing about him, the only thing he beats all of them,
Yeah.
his hairstyle is good. He's handsome.
No way.
I'm giving
The
him.
intelligence of Van Dijk, the ability to not tackle. Rule number one for a defender:
He rarely tackles,
when you
by the
tackle,
way.
you've made a mistake somewhere.
Not all
So
the
you-
time.
yeah.
Not all the time. At
Yeah,
times
not
the tackle
yes.
is what helps
I-
you. So and
A
I'm not
good number of the time.
No, guys, look, listen. I refuse to go into that conversation because you're going to dig a rabbit hole and we have a lot more football to talk about.
Yeah.
But we had this conversation. We listed them on this show, all 5 of us. And we went through and everyone seemed to agree with us but Starboy. And now you have Star. They all refused. We said, listen, this is what we think. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. And then we placed him somewhere. Maybe he was 6th or something thereabouts. And we said, and I placed him above Company because of reliability. He's fitter. He plays more games. But I said, listen, I'm not touching Rio, and I'm not touching John Terry for him, and I'm not touching Vidic for him, and I'm not touching Tony Adams for him, and I'm not touching, and this is actually where you and I went this way. I said, I'm not even touching Ledley King for him.
Yeah.
And the same argument you're holding is the same argument I'd used to. You know why I hold Ledley King so high? One, because he never used to train between games. He had a bad knee. He only used to play. The week he'd be in the gym, he wouldn't do anything, so he'd play. So that, first of all, is ridiculous. And number 2, because when Thierry Henry was asked, who's the defender who gave you the hardest time? He said Ledley King. And I was like, so using his logic, who am I to argue with the best player to ever play in the Premier League? Anyway, good afternoon, guys. It's a minute past noon. When we come back, I